All right, good morning. This will be part 3 of how to study the Bible, and I want to talk about exegesis today. There are two terms that you'll hear a lot from theologians and scholars when talking about biblical interpretation. They are exegesis, that is, extracting the meaning of a passage by what exists in the passage. And then you have eisegesis, which is reading into a passage something that does not exist. Okay, so we want to be exegetes and not eisegetes. Now, those are technical terms. It doesn't make you better if you know how to pronounce them or spell them. It might make you sound a little smarter when you tell your friends that you're doing biblical exegesis instead of Bible study. But this is difficult to do. I struggle with this a lot, and I have to constantly get on myself and make sure that I'm exegeting and not eisegeting text of Scripture. So let me give just a couple of examples, or maybe one example, to help you better understand what I'm saying. Eisegesis would be like this in the general sense of the term. Let's say we have a dinner engagement. We've got some friends that are coming over for dinner, and we've scheduled this. They're going to be there Friday night. We're excited about it, and they call us Friday morning. Thankfully, they call us Friday morning because that's before the wife has started preparing and cooking. They call us Friday morning and they say, "We're not able to make it. Something has come up." And that's all they say. "We're not able to make it. Something has come up." And so we say, "Well, okay, all right, that's fine." We hang up the phone and we begin to assume the various reasons why they won't be able to make it. All right, so maybe we think that they don't like us anymore, or they're upset with us about something, when they haven't said that. That's not exegesis. That's reading into what they've said, something that may or may not exist. So we don't want to eisegete or assume something that they've not said. All we know is they're not coming, something has come up. Another example. This morning I'm wearing a shirt. A good brother of mine gave me this shirt. I don't know if you can see it, Half Moon Outfitters. It's got a little star there. Okay, so I'm wearing this shirt. I'm going to wear it to work today, and a lot of people that know me, it's gotten around the block that I am a lunar Sabbatarian. That is, we keep the fourth commandment, the Sabbath day, but we believe it's to be reckoned or determined by the phases of the moon. Now, it has also been rumored that I'm a moon worshiper, and yeah, that's actually been said about me. So let's say that somebody sees me in this shirt and they go and tell somebody, I heard through the grapevine that Matthew Jansen was a moon worshiper, and he was wearing a shirt with a half moon on it. It actually said half moon, and there was a star up by the moon. It kind of resembled a Muslim symbol. Maybe he's really a Muslim. This is called eisegesis in the general sense of the term, reading into things, statements that have not been said and statements that do not exist. We don't want to do this when we study the Bible. Let me give you one example from the Bible. Mark chapter 13, verse 32. Mark 13:32. This is Mark's account of the Olivet Discourse when Yeshua is talking about what the biblical model calls last days, end times, things like this. We're not going to get into eschatology, but I want to cover verse 32. Verse 32 says, "Now concerning that day or hour, no one knows, neither the angels in heaven, nor the Son, except the Father." So, Yeshua here is speaking, and he's talking about a day and an hour, and he says nobody knows that day or that hour. Not the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only his Father. Now, what we can extract out of that is there is a particular day or hour that he's speaking about. It's obviously an hour of judgment. If you consider the context of Mark chapter 13, which we haven't really dealt with context in this video series yet, but that's the context. It's an hour and day of judgment. And the angels don't know when that hour and day will be. The Son doesn't know. Yeshua himself doesn't know when that hour or day will be, but the Father alone knows. Now, because of certain theological positions. Some people read a verse like this and they'll say things like, well, I believe the Son does know in one sense, but he doesn't know in another sense. Well, is that what the passage says? Now, did we get that from reading the text, or are we reading that into the text? Or are we maybe thinking about another verse and allowing another verse and that other verse's possible interpretation to dictate what we're going to believe in Mark 13:32? Let's read Mark 13:32. Let's forget about everything else for a second and exegete the verse itself. The verse is very clear. No man knows. The angels don't know. The Son doesn't know. But the Father in heaven knows. That's what the verse says. We can extract that from the verse. That's exegesis. And we have done a proper method of Bible interpretation just now with Mark 13:32. So that's a very simple example. Hopefully this helps you. Exegesis, eisegesis. Hopefully you've learned a few things. And I'll be back soon with video number 4. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.